Hello, my name is Brad Howard, and I'm going to provide you all some information today about FHA loans. Hopefully, help answer some questions that you all might have, or if a client presents any of these questions to you, you will be prepared to answer them. So, first thing to know is you can do as little as 3.5% down on an FHA loan. That money can come from the buyer, it can come from a gift of a family member of the buyer, or it can come from a state program that offers down payment assistance. It cannot come from any seller concessions or from any um, commissions that maybe you all want to provide to help with closing costs. It has to come from the buyer, family member, or a down payment assistance program. Now, FHA loans is not just for first-time homebuyers. If it's your first house or your fifth house, you can get an FHA loan. A lot of people think FHA stands for First Time Homebuyer Assistance. That's not what it stands for. It's Federal Housing Agency is what that stands for. And it can be combined with Kentucky Housing. Kentucky Housing is a down payment assistance program that is offered through the state. It can help buyers with closing cost or any down payment assistance they may need. Some of the rules about FHA: the maximum seller concession is 6% of the purchase price, not the loan amount, but the purchase price itself. You cannot buy an investment property with an FHA loan. It is only for owner-occupied properties. There are stricter appraisal guidelines, and we'll go through some of those guidelines later, some common repair items that come up. And you can only have one FHA loan at a time. So if you bought a house with an FHA loan, and let's just say you're buying a second house and not selling the original house, you would need to refinance it out of an FHA loan into a conventional loan if you wanted to purchase a new property with an FHA loan. So you can only have one at a time, so they either need to sell or refinance if they plan on keeping a previous FHA home. So, going to the strict guidelines with appraisals, here are some common internal repairs that we see come up in the lending world. Chipped or peeling paint. If it has any chipped or peeling paint inside, it will need to be kind of sanded down and repainted. If there's any exposed electrical wires, missing boxes, covers, etc., those will need to be repaired or installed. So any exposed wiring obviously has to be repaired and fixed with the proper tape or whatever it may be. If there is a box that's not covered with that little plastic plate, it'll have to have that little plastic plate covering the box. And that's because of potential fire hazards that may come from that. Utilities need to be present and working. So when the appraiser comes through, electricity and water need to be on so that they can go through and test all the appliances and the faucets, the plumbing, and make sure all of that is in good working order. This is another common we see too on stairs that have more than 3 steps or 3 steps and above, need to have a handrail. So a lot of this inside, if you have a split level home that maybe has 3 to 4 steps going up or down, needs to have proper handrails. If there's any flooring that is missing or damaged that will need to be replaced or repaired, any appliances included in the sale have to be present and working. So if you have on the contract that it's going to include the stove, microwave, dishwasher, but not a fridge, if there's no fridge present or the fridge doesn't work, then they're not going to worry about it. However, if you include that fridge, it better be in good working order and installed at the time the appraiser comes by. And then if there's any mold or residue, that will need to be cleaned or repaired as well. Now going to the exterior of the house, these are the most common things we see on exterior issues. Any bare wood has to be properly sealed or painted. And again, going to the chipped paint with internal repairs, that is the same with exterior. If there's any chipped paint on the exterior of the house or any external sheds, those have to be repaired and painted. Any gutters or downspouts that are missing or damaged will need to be replaced, and that includes the little plastic tray that you see coming out from the gutter as well. Water is super damaging to the foundation, so you will need to make sure that that's all properly installed. Any siding that's loose or missing will need to be replaced or repaired. Any mortar that is in between bricks will need to be repaired or replaced. If we go into the foundation of the house and there's some missing mortars or cracks, they may come back and say they want a foundation inspection just to make sure the foundation integrity is not potentially hazardous. Any walkways or driveways that could be a tripping hazard, they may ask for those to be repaired and leveled out. Any damaged shingles or missing shingles on the roof, you'll want to make sure those are repaired or replaced. And then this one, although not as common, if you do come into a property with a swimming pool, just make sure it's covered, and they may require a fence to be put up around the pool itself. So that is just kind of a quick rundown on FHA loans. By all means, feel free to contact me if you want to go a little bit deeper into FHA loans, or if you just have any general lending questions at all. Don't hesitate to call my cell phone or shoot me an email. I'm happy to help out at any time. So thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.